What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for January 14th, 2024. And today we have the first preview of the upcoming Dark Hero that's going to be coming next week, Patricia. Really weird name. Doesn't feel like it fits the aesthetic, or even the hero model really fits the aesthetic of Idle Heroes, but it's a cool looking hero nonetheless. And yeah, it's coming to the game next week. It does mean that the Transcendence hero that comes in Chinese New Year, 3 weeks later, it's not going to be a full month, it's going to be 3 weeks later when the new Transcendence hero comes out, is going to be the new Dark hero, of course. So pretty interesting. Technically, if you guys noticed, we already had a preview of this hero in game, because it says Patricia's Phantasmal Labyrinth, but now we have more information and background on this hero. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so here is what the hero looks like. The name, again, is just Patricia. It's interesting. She's got some guns and stuff, so I'm guessing she's a ranger, but we'll have to see. Not entirely sure about that, but it says in Patricia's backstory, she is a great hunter. She seeks the soul of everything rather than ordinary things. The butterfly, wait, there's a butterfly? Oh, I guess there's hold on, wait a minute. Okay. This is a butterfly. If you guys want to see, before we jump into anything, this is the full image file. I was thinking it was cut off because the way it's cut here, but okay, so that's a butterfly. Okay. The butterfly is a metaphor of the soul, of freedom, of free will. Thus, we will have embraced many butterfly components, a butterfly being imprisoned, and the soul of Patricia's hunt being transformed into a substantial butterfly to accompany her and become part of her strength. That almost makes it sound like she has some sort of debuff or CC ability that's going to hit the enemy and maybe turn them into a butterfly. Ooh, could this be the second shapeshift we've ever had in the game? Because right now, we only have one shapeshift CC, and that's Sherlock and Holmes Young. But it's the same thing. I wonder if this will be a new shapeshift ability? Crowd control? That could be interesting. It keeps going on and says, at the same time, the butterfly represents hypnosis and hallucination. Showing Patricia's attack method of confusing the opponent's soul through illusions, which are invisible and cannot be captured in a traditional physical sense, and can only be willingly imprisoned by the opponent through illusion. Again, that sounds like it's a crowd control, maybe, that either puts them to sleep or makes them attack their own team, kind of like Star Alchemist Holmes Young does. His ability makes him attack his own teammates, so that's interesting. So we created a pair of heterochromatic pupils. I don't know what that really means for Patricia, that can produce illusions, and the butterfly-shaped weapon. What? She does not have butterfly-shaped weapons. They're guns. Discharges soul cages rather than bullets, and the purple color scheme adds to her mystery by matching the faction color, creating a mysterious and strong soul hunter. So is this like a Bleach Soul Reaper, except instead of a sword she has guns? I don't know. I want to take a look at this again. So I don't see how they are butterfly-esque, but okay, I can get how her outfit is. You can see the wings kind of sprouting. Everything has these big lapels and everything. Not much on the lower half. Jeez. Okay, so that's interesting to say the least here. The next part is the WeChat section here. So you can see again the hero up the top. You can see all this fun stuff here. We have planning ideas. I think this part is pretty much the same thing we just kind of talked about, where she's a powerful hunter. After getting tired of hunting and running away from her, she thought of a new idea, creating strange and huge mazes, welcoming any challenger. Come and challenge. The winner of this challenge can choose one of her numerous trophies to take as a win. But if you lose the challenge, one thing must be left behind to become one of her trophies. But as luck would have it, a light feather fragment from the light camp has been looking for a way to be kept as one of her trophies. Yorm Tum knew that there was no room for bargaining with her, so he could only bite the bullet and accompany her and play her game. Playing the game, but also playing the game, measurable prices made by the light camp became daunting. Just when everyone was scratching their heads and thinking of countermeasures because of this matter, Russell quietly left after learning the location of the maze alone to go challenge Patricia. So yeah, a lot of this is pretty much the same stuff over and over if we talk about the design ideas that we just saw here. And of course, we do have the image file. So this looks like this is like the 5. I don't know if it's like the 5-star, 6-star, 10-star. It does look like on this image there are multiple butterflies kind of flying around here, whereas my actual image file I have only has the one. So I'm not really sure, but it's definitely interesting to say the least. It's a cool design. The question is, I mean, it's got to be a ranger, right? So if we jump into the game and just see what we've had in the past, Amun-Ra is the previous kind of like repeat, so to speak. So we had priest with Elena, priest with Amun-Ra. We had warrior Mockman, warrior here. We had mage, assassin, ranger. The dark faction is one of the few factions that has pretty much gone in perfect order, like almost exact order. They went mage and then they came back with another. Well, actually, no. Yeah, mage, warrior. I guess they didn't have a priest. Huh. So I guess way back in the beginning, I mean, technically Dark Arthanol should have been a priest, but we had warrior, ranger, assassin, mage, warrior, priest, ranger, assassin, mage, warrior, priest. So yeah, the first initial grouping of 5 didn't have a priest, but after that it seems to be following the same schedule. So I would have to say this is going to be a ranger. Like, it just feels like it. And let's be honest, the only 2 rangers we've ever had was Das Moog, which at the time was like the best PvE damage dealer, running multiple Das Moogs because they just, you know, they increased their self attack for a couple rounds. And this was the big one. Whenever an ally releases a skill, it increases self 20% skill damage and 30 energy. So if you had like 3 of them, you basically just like chained actives together over and over every single round. And it was really, really interesting. Very interesting. And then after that, of course, we had probably arguably the best hero like for the very longest time in the game, Carry, which came out during a Chinese New Year. If you guys remember, that was what, 2021, maybe going into 2022. I think so. Carry just dominated the meta. Tara came out right before her. He was a really good hero, solid overall, but then Carry made him almost irrelevant. And going further on that, when we take a look at Transcendence heroes, all the dark heroes we've ever seen, Lord of Fear Aspen, if we can continue along, Star Swordsman Mockman, if we continue on, Phantom Defier Lana, they have all been extremely meta-defining heroes. I mean, Aspen to this day is still the best hero overall. Mockman during his time was the best burst damage dealer, and people are still using him to this day. Elena, one of the best support heroes, and Tenant for Lord of Fear Aspen, which probably gives her a lot of that credit, but very strong heroes. And yeah, that's one thing I've kind of noticed is light and dark heroes have been notoriously good, because even if you take a look at the light faction, like I know like the first one, Asmodel, was not great, but Eos was decent for her time. You move over to Vulcan, one of the best heroes in the game. You go to Natalia, one of the best heroes in the game. You go to Yorm Tum, he's pretty good. I mean, we do have to find the niche for him, but as far as our account goes, he's pretty good. Dark heroes are, again, one of the strongest heroes in the game typically, so I would not be surprised if this hero becomes the best new Transcendence hero. And again, it seems like it's going to be Ranger, especially the pistols. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We will have a live stream of this hero this week coming up. It's probably not gonna be one where we're like, is this a good first E5 hero, because you just don't build dark heroes as your first E5 hero, but you never know. We'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.